Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you guys had a great week. It's the end of the week. Some of you guys are gonna party because after today you're off for the next 2 days. I hope you enjoy your weekend. The sun's out here in LA where I'm at. It's nice and bright. So take some time to really enjoy yourself. Now I pulled out some cards. I put out one card for each position, okay? And I kind of did it unconsciously. All right, I did it unconsciously. I normally pull out two cards, but for myself, when I'm pulling out my own cards for the day, I pull out one card, right? So when it came down to you guys, for some reason, unconsciously, I pulled out one card. And when I got to talking, I was like, wait a minute, I pulled out one card. I should pull out another one. But I decided to just go with it, okay? Just go with it. I feel like it's a nice and simple reading today. It's going to be really quick, okay? Overall, I have the wheel, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune. For the energies that's working for you, I have the Lover's card. For the energy that's working against you, I have the Emperor or the Green Man in the Wildwood Tarot. And for that advice card, I have the Two of Bows, the Two of Wands, and it's also named the Decision card, okay? So let's jump right into it. For the overall card today, I have the Wheel of Fortune. And in this Wheel of Fortune, we have a t-shirt that's been carefully, it's like I wanted to say a t-shirt, but a shirt with the wheel in the middle that's being woven, right? And on the right, we have the sun. On the left, we have the moon, symbolizing, night and day. The times are changing, okay? So I got a feeling it's all about the seasons are changing, the times are changing. It doesn't stay winter forever, okay? Winter, it doesn't last forever. It doesn't last forever. One thing I started thinking about when I was meditating on these cards was the fact that I had gone to a class. And I was taking this self-improvement class a couple of years ago. And in this self-improvement class, they were talking about if everything is going okay, do not change things, remain the same. And I guess that's, a principle in business, a principle also in life, that if everything you're doing is working, that we remain the same and we do not change, right? We remain the same. But seasons and times change, especially nowadays. COVID-19 came out of nowhere and people saw the need to change, and businesses and people who had embraced technology earlier had an easy transition, and those who didn't had a rough transition, right? Those who embraced technology earlier and sought out different ways to work were kind of, already had their foot in water, so they knew how to transition. They knew how to kind of work from home already because they've been dabbling and playing with it. And those who didn't found it very, very tough. They found themselves unprepared as far as businesses go and as far as your personal life went, right? So that principle to me, even though that's what I learned in this self-improvement class, that principle does not always go. So I got the feeling like the seasons are changing. So the seasons are changing. Okay, the wheel is changing. And know that there is night, there is day, there is spring, there is fall, there is summer, and there is winter. And the seasons are changing. Things are changing. Things do not remain the same. So you cannot use the same approach in every single season. For some of you guys, it might be the fact that I'm used to acting a particular way when I face challenges. You cannot meet the same challenges the same because the seasons are changing. In different seasons, Okay, even in different seasons in your life and different levels in your life, there's a different way to approach things. You cannot always approach things the same. There's a need to evolve here. Okay, if you do not evolve, and a lot of times when I'm looking at the Wheel of Fortune, that's what we're seeing when we're seeing one person on top, okay, which is the Sphinx. In the traditional Wheel of Fortune, we see the Sphinx standing on top and then the devil on the bottom. But when that wheel turns, if the Sphinx does not change its approach or its stance, it's going to easily fall down. And I always talk about, and I might post a picture when I'm posting this Wheel of Fortune. I might post a picture also of the traditional Wheel of Fortune. I always talk about how the devil is at the bottom, but he's right side up. He's at the bottom, very, very sneaky, very, very sneaky. But sometimes we learn from our enemies. The devil is at the bottom, but they're right side up. So the seasons are changing, and your approach might need to change depending on the season that we're in. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into the card that is working for us today. Okay, so the positive energy for today is the Lovers card, okay? And the Lovers card is all about love and feeling good and romance, yeah. But it's also about a head or heart decision, okay? Choosing between my mind, okay, and my heart, all right? Choosing between practicality and intuition, which is really hard. Because, in the long run, we have to find a balance in between the two. And sometimes when we're making decisions with the Lovers card here, which is giving me a strong sense of a decision rather than a love angle, especially with them, with the guy dressed in orange and the woman dressed in green. Okay, we're looking at two sides of a coin here. Okay, head or heart, all right? Intuition or practicality, all right? Which side am I using? My physical eyes or my spiritual eyes? And sometimes if you rely on one more than the other, all right, there's an imbalance. And we notice that, with the woman and the man, the feminine and the masculine energies, they complement each other, yet they're very, very different, right? So here we go with the head or heart decision. And I have a strong need, especially when we're talking about the will over here, is knowing what to do. Some of us might be facing decisions and knowing what to do and how seasons are changing. You take a different approach at every season, okay? It can't be the same approach every single time. And it looks like with this energy working for you, you know what to do here. You know what to do here. I know what to do in this instance. Okay? With the Lovers card, with the head or heart decision, for some of you guys, knowing that you have to make different choices, okay? Knowing that you have to evolve, knowing that there is a choice to take. Some of you guys are balancing in between the head or the heart, right? And that's a good thing, all right? That is a good thing than just remaining the same way, okay? That's how you stay on top. That's how you last. All right? Knowing that sometimes I need to change my approach. All right? And that's the energy that's working for you with the Forest Lovers over here in the Lovers card. So let's go ahead and let's jump into the card that, we might have to watch out for, or that negative energy, okay? And the negative energy working for us or against us today is the Green Man, which is also the Emperor card, right? The Green Man. Ooh, okay? So, my intuition is telling me to more so stay out of some of you guys might have to work more out of intuition. more out of your intuition, especially when we're dealing with the masculine energy. The masculine energy is more of a practical energy, right? The masculine energy, a lot of times when you go to church, let's talk about that. I'm going to bring in, when you go to church, there's always a higher number of women than there is men. Why is that? Because women tend to aim towards the spiritual, while men tend to be a little bit more practical, right? A little bit more of what they see, what they can feel, what they can touch, what is manifested already, while the woman can kind of dig into what isn't. You know, the man is looking at what is, while the woman is more of what can't be seen. So we have the green man over here. So you want to stay out of just being practical, especially if you're a person. Some of you guys might have to dream a little bit. Get into your intuition. Rely on your intuition a little bit, especially if you're not used to relying on your intuition, okay? Especially when you're not used to relying on your intuition. Another duality that I see is when we're talking about the high priestess, who's all about intuition, and the Hierophant, okay? Who's all about the institutions that be. All right. So some of us might need to be guided a little bit more. At the same time, with the green man, I wouldn't be so, the green man is more of an established, when we're talking about the emperor, he's more of something that's already established and controlling it. And controlling situations. I would stay out of controlling situations today. I would stay out of the mind frame of I know it all. Okay? I'm going to control everything. I know how everything is already done. Staying out of that energy is definitely going to help you, okay? I feel like keeping an open mind, of course, with the head of heart decision, it's like I'm keeping that open mind. Okay, I'm keeping that open mind so I can weigh out my options. Don't be so stuck in your ways with the emperor. The emperor controls, and he controls for a reason. With Aries, when we're talking about Aries energy, which is the emperor card, Aries energy is all about themselves. Okay, so it's not about, we're looking at a balanced approach. Okay, we're looking at a balanced approach. We're looking at a balanced approach. Don't make it all about yourself today, okay? It's not all about you. It is not all about you. Consider others. Consider others. Weigh the option. Don't be too focused on one side of a situation. Don't be too practical. Use your intuition too. Some people are not worried about their heart. I don't have no feelings, okay? Some people are not, this ain't, feelings ain't got nothing to do. What's love got to do about it, with it, Feelings have nothing to do with it. And if you're that type of person, that kind of energy is definitely not going to help you at this moment. All right, so it's time to move into the advice card. Let's go on to the advice for the day. Okay. The advice card kind of ties it all up, okay? I have the Two of Bows, the Two of Wands, which is also the decision card, okay? In this deck, it is the decision card. So it ties it all up. All right? And I just want to say with the decision card, don't be too stuck in your ways. Consider your options, okay? Don't be too stuck in your old ways. Don't be too stuck in something that you already know. Don't make it all about you. Don't try to control every situation. We got this decision and there's a need to, is it going to be all about me or considering others? And in this situation, if you're taking the Aries approach where it's all about me and the world evolves around me, it's an energy that's not working for you. If you're taking the Lover's card and we're operating out of love for others, we're operating out of love for our environment, then we're really going to get ahead. That's an energy that's working for you. Everything's going to be harmonious because the will is absolutely changing. The tides are turning. And you're either going to fall with the tides or you're going to learn how to stand. You're going to learn from your enemy. Be belly up at the bottom. All right. So we have the Two of Bows and the Decision over here. And it's your choice. It's your choice. You can either be all about yourself or, operate out of love. It is absolutely your choice. I don't know if you guys can hear that motorcycle passing by. They so loud. Y'all. Okay. But it's your choice and it's your decision. And that's what the cards have to say for today. You guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Friday, because I know I will. Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. I hope you guys had a great week. It's the end of the week. Some of you guys are going to party because, after today, you're off for the next 2 days. I hope you enjoy your weekend. The sun's out here in LA where I'm at. It's nice and bright. So take some time to really enjoy yourself. Now, I pulled out some cards. I put out one card for each position, okay? And I kind of did it unconsciously. All right, I did it unconsciously. I normally pull out 2 cards, but for myself, when I'm pulling out my own cards for the day, I pull out 1 card, right? So when it came down to you guys, for some reason, unconsciously, I pulled out 1 card. And when I got to talking, I was like, wait a minute, I pulled out 1 card. I should pull out another one. But I decided to just go with it, okay? Just go with it. I feel like it's a nice and simple reading today. It's going to be really quick, okay? Overall, I have the Wheel, okay, with the Wheel of Fortune. For the energies that's working for you, I have the Lover's card. For the energy that's working against you, I have the Emperor, or the Green Man in the Wildwood Tarot. And for that advice card, I have the Two of Bows, the Two of Wands, or and it's also named the Decision card, okay? So let's jump right into it.